Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about nature and scope of business economics. Business economics, also known as managerial economics. So what is business economics? In very simple terms, when we apply economics theories and principle in business, it will be called business economics. When we apply economic principles and theories in business, it will be called business economics. For example, while deciding a price of its iPhone, Apple company using, or we can say that Apple company taking help from pricing strategies of economics like cost based pricing, value based pricing, or competitive pricing, it will be called business economics, because here we are applying economic principle in business. Now we'll see nature of business economics. Business economics largely based on microeconomics. Business economics largely based on microeconomics. As we know, microeconomics focus on individual firm, consumer and industry. And business economics largely based on microeconomics, because business economics mostly analyze the decision of individual firm, consumer and industry. For example, business economics study about Samsung pricing decision in consumer electronics market. As we know, Samsung is a specific form of individual firm and consumer electronics market is specific form of individual market. No doubt, business economics are largely based on microeconomics, but it also consists some elements of macroeconomics. As we know, macroeconomics focus on entire economy, not just on individual firm or industry. And business economics consists some elements of macroeconomics. For example, business economics study about how macroeconomics indicators like GDP growth, inflation rate, interest rate can influence individual firm like L'Oreal. Next, nature, normative in nature. Business economics is normative in nature. Normative economics deal with the opinions and suggestions, and business economics is normative in nature because business economics provide guidance and recommendation for business decision. For example, business economics suggests when business face a decline in demand, then they can adopt strategies like reduction in production cost. Pragmatic approach. Business economics is pragmatic approach. Pragmatic approach means a practical approach which we can apply in real life. And business economics is pragmatic approach because we can use business economics in order to solve real business problems. For example, bakery can use demand analysis, which is concept of economics, in order to decide how much bread and pastries they need to bake per day. Similar, software company can use cost analysis, which is also famous concept of economics, in order to optimize their cost. Interdisciplinary in nature. Interdisciplinary means integration of knowledge from so many areas, and business economics is interdisciplinary in nature because business economics is integration of knowledge from so many areas. For example, business economics consists knowledge from mathematics, knowledge from statistics, accounting, marketing, in order to solve real business problems. Business economics is science. As we know, science is based on logical principles and cause and effect relationship. Business economics is science because business economics uses so many tools like mathematics, statistics, econometrics in order to test, prove and understand cause and effect relationship in economics theories and principle. For example, econometrics test validity of a cost theory in economics. Business economics is a art. Art is expression of creativity through painting, singing or dancing. But how business economics is a art? As we know, business economics apply economic principles and theories in order to solve real business problems. Do you think all these processes very easy? Obviously not. When we apply economics theories and principle in real business situation, obviously in this process involve so much creativity, skillful judgment. That's why we can say that business economics also are art. Now is the scope of business economics. Scope of business economics mainly include topics which we study under business economics. Scope of business economics divided into two parts, micro level scope and macro level scope. First of all, we will see micro level scope. First scope of business economics at micro level is demand analysis and demand forecasting. Demand analysis help to understand consumer behavior. And under demand analysis, we study about what is demand, types of demand, factor affecting demand, law of demand, elasticity of demand. And demand forecasting help to know future demand of consumer. There are so many methods through which we can know future demand of consumer: survey method, Delphi method, and market experiment method. Next, to micro level scope of business economics, production and cost analysis. Production analysis help to know optimum level of production, how we can reduce our cost and improve efficiency. Under production analysis, we will study about so many laws. For example, law variable proportion, which is short time period law, and return to scale, which is long time period law. Cost analysis. Cost analysis help to evaluate and understand our cost, and there are so many costs we will study under cost analysis, like fixed cost, variable cost, opportunity cost, marginal cost, and average cost. Next, micro level scope, inventory management. Inventory means all items, goods, or raw material that business hold, and management of all inventory will be called inventory management. And inventory management is key components of business economics. Next is market structure and pricing policies. Business economics study about so many market like monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and perfect competition. Business economics also study about so many pricing policy like cost plus pricing, demand based pricing, or value based pricing. Next, micro level scope, theory of capital and investment. Business economics study about so many theories of capital as well as investment. And theory of capital mainly study about how businesses should use their capital or resources in order to produce more efficiently. For example, capital structure theory. And investment theory mainly study how businesses should invest in order to receive more return. Next scope is profit analysis. Profit analysis is process of calculating profit of a business, and business economics do profit analysis. That means business economics help to calculate gross profit, net profit margin, or return on assets. Now we'll see macro level scope of business economics, stages of business cycles. Business economics study about stages of business cycles like expansion, peak, contraction, recession, depression. Next, business economics also study about national income and employment. That means business economics help to understand overall health of a country by analyzing GDP, unemployment rate, and income distribution. Next, macro level scope, inflation rate. As we know, inflation rate decrease our purchasing power. Obviously, prices are continuously increasing, and business economics measure inflation by using consumer price index and producer price index. Business economics also study about so many government policies like fiscal policy, monetary policy, or any trade policy. Business economics study about financial market. For example, business economics study about capital market, central bank, or credit institution. Business economics also study about economic system like capitalist, socialist, or mixed economy. Business economics also study about socio-economic group like trade union and consumer group. So this is all about business economics. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. Take care.